Hello and welcome back. So these are the nails that I will be doing in this video today, and they were inspired by that paper clip I was holding in my hand. So I am starting off by sharing my removal of my previous set. So I'm using my what is it called? Melody Susie Scarlet E-File, and the bit I am using is a 2x coarse bit. And I got the bit from Todak USA, and I got my e-file from Amazon, and the speed I'm using it on is about 20,000 RPMs, and I'm using it in the forward direction. And then my dust collector is one that I got from Amazon as well. So yeah, I figured out, let me just share my removal process. And I'm doing my left hand, and my left hand is the hand that I wear acrylic on. And so last time I shared giving myself a fill on my gel hand, which was my right hand. And so so I'm just going to remove everything, which I'm just filing it down to the clear layer, and I clip off the tips of my nails because I'm going to make them longer and square shape, and these are a little shorter and coffin shaped, or tapered square kind of. But yeah, and this was like a cute set that I had on. I don't think I shared it, or it was in any of my videos. In fact, these were the nails I had on while doing my right hand, so you may have seen them, but I don't know. But you can always go look at my Instagram, which is the Nail Glow Up, if you would like to see nail pictures and stuff like that I don't share on YouTube. So yeah, filing down, and since I'm putting it right back on, and I don't do a whole bunch to my natural nail, I always just leave a thin layer of acrylic on my nails, and then just resculpt out everything. That's what I typically do with this hand. I kind of just take the nails all the way off because most of the time I'm using colored acrylic anyway, so, and it's a little faster for me to just clip the nails off and start all over from scratch. So yes, and with my gel hands, since it's just gel polish, I don't do that. Yes, so while when I do take off my nails, sometimes I use my file in the reverse direction, and I file away from myself because sometimes it's easier for me to hold my hand a different way and file, because it's kind of awkward and I feel like I can't always get the acrylic off the way that I need to. So yeah, here you can barely see it because I'm out of frame, but yeah, I'm using my file in the reverse direction, and I'm filing away from myself. And that's typically how I like to take my product off on myself, on both of my hands. And after filing, I will go into my prep work. Yeah, no, I just thought it'd be nice to see how I do the removal of my acrylic. So, and yeah, that's it. So after I cut the tips off, I take my file, and this one is a 100 grit file, and I file the free edges of my nails because sometimes when I clip them off they're not completely straight, and I take down some of the new growth as well, and I round out the corners a little bit because when they grow out more square, but I prefer to have them a little more rounded when I sculpt. And I was going to soak off all of the product on my index finger, but I didn't actually do that. There was still some left over because that is I messed up my nail on that particular finger, and I also wear it shorter than the rest of the nails on this hand, if you haven't noticed. So until it grows back, and that's why I keep it short, and when it does grow back I will extend all of my nails to my usual length. Now I am going in with my e-file and my cuticle bit at a low speed of about 4,000 or 5,000 RPMs, but no more than 5. And I am removing all of the cuticle from my nail plate. And then once I'm done with that, I take my dust brush and some swipe and clean off my nail. So these are all the products that I'm using, and it's in order of what I use. I use the dehydrator, then I take my primer, which is the Young Nailz Protein Bond. I just poured it into a different bottle. Then I go in with the gel bottles rubber base coat, and I cure that for 1 minute in my light, and then I will start the sculpting of my clear base. And these are also the other products I'm using. The colored acrylics are from Vanessa Nails. My clear is Speed Clear from Young Nailz, and my monomer is Young Nailz, and my brush is Tammy Taylor, and my forms are from Amazon. I will list all the products I'm using down below and leave links to what I can in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. So I am starting by doing my clear base. So after applying all of my base products, I do my fill. So I just take a little tiny bead and fill that in, and then I go in with another bead and I start at the free edge of my nail and extend it to the length that I want. I forget what number I did on these forms, but they're not like super long or anything. And when I do sculpt my clear base, I always keep it at a thin layer because I'm going to apply the colored acrylics on top, and I don't want my nail to be super thick or anything like that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Just as I am forming my shape, I try to keep the acrylic where it needs to be and in the shape that I need it to be in as well, and I get my shape as close to what I need it to be, so that way once I'm done with my base I don't have to do a whole lot of filing. And yes, I like to sculpt a clear base, and then once it's the acrylic is hard, I like to take the form off, and then if I need to, file it into the shape that I was going for. and I don't believe I share that part of my nail process in this video, but maybe one day I will. And then after filing the clear base, I go in with my colors.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
So after doing my thumb, I take my brush and I tap the other nails, and once you hear that clicking sound, that's how I know that it is fully cured and the form is ready to be removed. So I take my forms off by pinching them closed, and then I pull downwards, and that's how I take my forms off. And then that was what my nails looked like after removing the forms. And then I went in with my hand file and I filed them into shape. So now on to the design. I am starting off with the pinky, and I'm just picking up colors, no particular order, just as long as I have all 4 of these colors on my nail, and I am using them on the wet side, like more on the wet side, so that when I place the colors next to each other, they'll blend a little easier together and it won't be like any super harsh lines or anything like that. And I love how this part of my nail came out. So, and I like doing this, and I also did it sort of like this on my rainbow unicorn nails. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. And also the pinky, index, and thumb fingers, they will have the same designs, and the ring and middle finger will be different.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
For the middle and ring fingers, I am sort of doing the same thing, but just a little different than the other fingers. I am placing the colors in smaller areas, and I do that across the whole nail. And when using the colored acrylic, always try to remember to keep your shape, and if it goes over the sides, clean that up, so that way when it comes time to file, your nail isn't like super misshapen or extra bulky on the sides. And after this, apparently I didn't do my thumb in the video, so I do my thumb and then I cap in on my nails in clear acrylic. I do my shaping and filing, and all that is done off camera, and then I will be back to bling out the 2 middle fingers.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
So for the bling fingers, this is what I will be using to place my crystals: Zulay's Bling Adhesive and a crystal katana. And my crystals I'm using are the electric colors in the pink, yellow, green, and blue to match the colors on my nails. And so for my full bling fingers, I just put a little bit of the bling adhesive on my nail. Then I pick up my crystals and I just place them in. This time I am only using 2 sizes, which is SS 12 and 20, and normally when I do full bling fingers I use like 5 sizes, but in the electric colors they don't come in anything smaller than an SS 12. So, and after 12 it goes 16, 20, and 30, and I don't have any 30s, and you know 30s are a little bit big, so I don't know if I would put that on my nail anyway. So, but these 2 sizes worked out perfectly for me and I am cool with that. So yeah, I just continue to do the whole finger, and and if any of the glue that is on the nail dries up, just add a little more. And yes, I never cover my whole finger because this air dries. So if I put too much, it'll start to air dry. And it does give me room to, if I put enough on there, it gives me room to move the crystals around if I need to. So yes, I'm just filling up both of these fingers, and when I'm done I spray them with the Mia's Secret gel resin activator. I think that's what it's called, but it's just like a glue dryer or a resin glue dryer. So I do that, and then I come back and top coat my nails, and I do top coat in between, like if there's enough space between the crystals, I put some top coat in there and around the edges to help seal them in so they don't get caught on anything. And that will be all for this nail design. I love these nails. They lasted me a couple of weeks, and this is such a fun design. And I love the little pop paper clip that these were inspired by. And so yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at the Nail Glow Up. And until next time, peace out, y'all.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.